Hello, networkers, and welcome back to another episode of Ask the Network Engineer, where I answer one of your questions. And this question comes from Shohil, and he says, can you give me some advice about writing a good resume as a network engineer? So let's go ahead and talk about that in this episode. When you're writing your resume, there are 5 main components that should be on your resume. And the first one is that it needs to be a network engineering centric resume, that you are applying for a job as a network engineer, and this is experience that reflects what you currently have. You don't want to be very vague that are they a server person, are they a desktop person? That's something I talked about before. So you want to have a network centric resume. The second thing is you want to very clearly promote what certifications that you have. Make it very clear that I have a CCNP or a CCIE. Make sure that stands out. And of course, make sure that they are network engineering related certifications. The third thing is you want to list in a very good format your skills, your hardware skills or technologies that you have experience with. That's kind of a good thing that if a company is looking for people with particular skill sets, they know what to look for potentially on your resume. Another thing that should be on your resume is to list the projects that you have worked on and the things that you have been a part of. That's really a big deal because as network engineers, you'll be doing a lot of projects. So seeing examples of that is very good for the employers. And another component that is kind of important is just putting down your education. Don't put it at the very top, just put it at the very bottom. Because certifications and experience, your technical skills, that's going to stand out more than you graduating from a 4-year university. So here is an example of a very old resume of mine, so don't laugh. I have not updated this in the past 10 years. But I want to kind of give you an example of what you can consider for writing your own resume. First things first, you want to, again, make sure that this is a network-centric resume. So here you will see, for the objective, I always say to achieve employment as a senior network engineer or architect. You want to put in the particular title that you are applying for. You also know this is network-centric because of the certifications that I currently have listed on my resume, and of course a logo of my highest certification reflected here on the right. And from there, you want to list all the companies that you worked at. And I've done that by putting it under a section called work experience that reflects the company that I worked at, my job title, and basic descriptions outlining my overall responsibility as a senior backbone engineer in this example. And then below here reflects the list of all the different technologies, hardware, and skills that I have used within this environment as a senior backbone engineer. And at the very bottom of my resume, after I list all the companies that I worked at and the skills or the technologies and hardware that I encountered, there is a section for my education. So if they want to know if I had a major or a minor, here it is. This is my education that I have. Then below here, I would list kind of a general skill set of what I have in terms of my experience with Cisco iOS, with different platforms that I have, protocols, technologies, firewalls, VPNs, even programming languages that I currently have. I felt like this was very, very effective here because it allowed companies to kind of see an overview of what my experience is, not just within a company, but overall, what is my overall experience? And again, there's a lot of old stuff like the Cisco PIX firewall. They don't have that anymore. But I just want to give you a good baseline of what my resume has been since the past 10 years when I was applying for different jobs as a network engineer. And we're done with this episode. And if you have any questions about being a network engineer or anything in the networking field, post those questions below in the comments and it will come up in a future episode. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and also support us at routhub.net. And until next time, keep networking.